started, I want to just let everybody know that about 9 weeks ago, when we started this website and YouTube channel, we warned people that things were going to get apocalyptic. Right now, as I'm speaking, the stock market is down significantly, and it's going to get much, much worse. We predicted back then, by the end of spring 2019, next year, that America is essentially going to cease to exist. You don't have to believe it, but everything we've been saying has been coming true, and there's a reason for it. And if you want to ask me questions in the comment section, but I'm not going to get into a long video regarding all these matters. And we did predict that, and of course the war heating up, which it is, and America is about ready to be taken out. So you want to listen to the following regarding what's happening on the southern border and all these Chinese tanks and everything, okay? Okay, everyone, let's get right into this. If you hear some noise in the background, don't pay attention to it. I want to give you an update on the southern border on Mexico. We have a serious problem. I found out that, because I don't know everything, of course, but, then I add it all up and I say, okay, there you go. This is the plan all along. Our enemies are going to take us down. So the Chinese have thousands of tanks down in South America, and they're up near the southern Mexico border right now. And this is how serious this is, because what they're trying to do now, first off, Russia and China are working together, okay? That's what they're doing. They're working together. And Russia has the northern border covered in Canada, through the Arctic. That's done. That's a done deal. They've had that, tied in there for quite a long time, for several years now. And who knows how long they've been planning this attack against America, but this attack is coming. And if you don't think it is, then you're going to be dead wrong. I'm not going to get into that right now. Let's just cover what's happening. So down on the Mexican border, we have troops now. They're mobilizing on a domestic basis in northern Texas. And that's a rare situation that they want to have, active troops on our soil to protect our motherland. And there's troops being called in from unactive duty to fill the gap here. And so this is some inside information I've received, and it's reliable. And the tanks down in South America, the Chinese have thousands of them down there. And what they're going to do, here's what they're going to do. They're going to wait till the chaos hits America, and the Chinese are going to transport those tanks up to the southern border. Now, how they do this exactly, I don't know, okay? But here's their plan. Russia has the Arctic covered coming in through Canada. The east and the west coast water, the shorelines, are going to be all hit by submarines. That's a done deal. Russia can knock out our east and west coast cities easily with the submarines. So that's already covered. They've got that. They've got the north covered through the Arctic, because Russia's been building heavy military lethal equipment in that area for a long time. And they're just going to come right down. And Canada, they're not going to do nothing. You don't have to worry about Canada. They're just a lump on a log. That's all they got to do anyway is, the logging business up there or whatever. They're just worthless up there. So they're going to come down through Canada, and they're going to hit us from the north, the south, when China gets those tanks up there to the south border, the Mexican border, and then the two coastlines. And so they'll knock out the east and the west coast, and then they're going to come through and occupy us through the northern border and take out military bases in Colorado and areas in there where we've got major military installations. And then you've got the southern part where they're going to take them out, and then they're just going to come up and occupy us and You know what? America's like a sitting duck on a pond right now, people. That's what we are. And if you don't see this, I know that, very few of you see this coming because you have vision, but there's very few people that do, and they use conventional wisdom. In fact, the public's not even concerned about this. That's why this is going to happen, because there's nobody concerned at all. And Trump, don't worry about Trump. He can't do anything because he's controlled by the deep state. He knows this is coming. He can't stop it. And he can't tell you about it, otherwise it'd be a panic. So he can't do anything. He knows it's coming. He's not stupid, I'm not the only one in the world that's figuring this out, George Soros, we're being taken down from within. We got enemies inside our own country, domestically, that are taking us down. They want to crush America so they can create poverty, so they control the whole world, because they're taking down Europe, they're taking down, all the third world countries down deeper into poverty. The Middle East, they've taken down all those nations over there, most of them, and that's their plan. And then you're going to have a situation like the Dark Age. Well, this is the end game anyway. This is the true Armageddon apocalypse, because, if you listen to my last video, I'm not going to get into all that, because I could spend hours discussing all these matters. And you know what? I'd just be wasting my time, because already there's a small percentage that already get this. It's the masses that just can't understand it. They just don't want to. And the only way they're going to understand how this is coming down is the day it happens. And it's too late. Are you listening? It's too late. You can't do nothing on the day it happens. You're not taking refuge. You're not, you may have ears to hear, but you're not taking any action. I know. You're not. And there's a very small, minute percentage that are doing anything. This is where you're making your biggest mistakes. But, that's up to you. You want to think like the herd? Go ahead. You got to have company. You can't separate from that herd mentality. You have to have the company. You got to have, your friends approve everything, your family or whatever. You can't separate from this. That's how people are highly successful in life. They know how to separate from that conventional wisdom, that short-sightedness that the masses just have to have. They got to see it happen. Just like I explained this in the financial markets on my last video. I'm not going to get into that again, And that's why people liked hearing that, because they're greedy. The rest of it, they could care less about. They don't believe any of this is coming down. They think Trump has got everything covered. You're totally wrong, So, and you got the moral values. So let's add this up. Moral values. China and Russia know that America is at the bottom of the sewer with a higher power. They know that. They're not dumb. They know all these things. They know that America's easy pickings now, because the higher power is not on our side. This whole nation is just in an unrighteous, practicing lifestyle. That's all you know how to do, 98% of you. And that's going to change. You may have big dreams out there. You got a good career. That's ending. It's all ending. The banks are going to close. The stores are going to close. Wealth is going to disappear. It's guaranteed. And if you want to make comments in the comment section, I'll answer questions. But I'm not going to continue this video on when I already know that there's a small percentage that already get this. I don't have to even say this. It's for you, the people that just can't get it through your head. You just can't understand. You've got to have this herd mentality no matter what. You're going to believe it on the day it happens. And, billions are going to die, and you're going to wake up in hell. Because you can't turn from your sin. You can't get right with God. This is so pathetic. I'm very upset. It brings me grief to find out that you can't get anybody to separate from this crowd. Even when you tell them, they just can't do it. And I'm out. God bless you all. And for you out there that understand what I'm doing, or what's happening with this war that's coming out in America that is guaranteed, you better get ready, as we've been advocating, on the narrow road. I know, quite a few, not quite a few, but a very small percentage is on the narrow road. I know that. But 98% or around that number are not. And those are the masses. So I know the few that are listening understand what I'm saying. We got to buckle up. And I may not do any more YouTube videos. Again, I don't know. It looks very bleak. And, you know, when this thing is wide open, I mean, that's what they're doing on the southern border. We know that now, you know. That's what they're doing, you know. And Russia has the Arctic through Canada. That's covered. So if you don't know that, you got to get caught up. And the two coastlines with the submarines, it's over. I mean, they plan on attacking America, and America's going to be brought down because it needs to be brought down. And the cities are going to burn, and all this sin. And people want to refuse to recognize that. The masses just can't recognize that they're drowning in their own sin. They can't get away from the sitcoms. They can't get away from all the distractions and the material things, and they got to indulge. They're rolling around in the mud with the world. They just don't understand that. They just can't seem to, you know, get a grasp on this lifestyle they're living. And some people are just living, you know, in a complete abominations. I mean, completely. I mean, you know, even the rejection of God is a complete abomination. You're done, you know. You're on your way to the abuso. So I'm going to end this recording, and God bless you all. But for those that know what's happening, you better get ready. I mean, I know you've been ready, but I mean really ready on your hands and knees. That's what I'm saying. And I want more information on everything that we're predicting and why, and you can find out there. I can't do 1 hour, 2 hour videos every time. That's why we built the website about 9 weeks ago, okay? So it's heavyhitterreport.com. You can find that in the description box, and you can see it right there. It's staring at you in the face, okay? So if you want to learn more and not be deceived, you can, you know, get yourself, you know, upright so you're not going to end up caught in this catastrophic web that's coming down, because that's what's going to happen. And, you know, I'm not talking to the ones that are already on the program. I'm talking to those that just refuse to listen. And you don't want to listen because you keep dreaming, you know, that Trump's going to take care of everything. You know, he can't. And I can't get into all the specifics on every video. So that's why we built the website. And you can go over the comments. You can listen to other MP3s we've done and read the commentary. There's 2 blogs. We got the Heavy Hitter blog, and then we have the Narrow Road blog. And I can't do, like I said, videos one on top of another explaining all these things. So for you new people, you need to get caught up, because you're in serious trouble. That's all I can tell you. And you're going to wish, well, you're not going to have time to even wish when this comes down, because there's not going to be any time. So you got to get yourself so you're not going to be caught with your pants down. You know, you need to pull up your big pants and get with it.